What is going on?
What's going on, guys?
It's your boy Master right here.
And I'm Migs.
And we are Woof Logik, aka Woof's Web.
Yes, sir.
We got to address something real quick. So you may notice this angle is a little different today.
Yeah,
It's the
there's-
same studio, but we recorded a full episode 3 days ago, and we noticed that my mic was muted. It happened on the mixer apparently. I don't know how the button was muted. But it is what it is, man. We're running it back real quick. We're running it back on this Sunday night.
Yeah, so you guys will have it fresh off the very next day.
Yeah, facts. This is the first time we've ever done that. This is the quickest turnaround on planet Earth.
Yeah.
I think the homie Rex, he'd be doing that shit too, right?
Yeah.
On the Bueno pod.
Then he gets in trouble because he forgets to edit some stuff out.
Facts, but we're not gonna make that mistake. Right after we finish this, I'm gonna edit it real quick. I mean, we'll have our A game right now, so we're not gonna have that much editing to do. But first, man, I mean, I want to give a big shout out to my mom. She had her little test run with the hot dog truck stand thing she bought. Her big picture plan is to sell hot dogs, tacos. She's gonna find a location, but as of right now, she did it in front of her house.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys want info on that, to come support, let me know, and I'll shoot you guys the info. I know, as of right now, I know she does this, or she plans on doing it Sunday evenings tonight.
They're pretty delicious. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
Yeah, man, they're good. She's of course gonna include some of her own little flavor on these things. It's kind of just she wants to perfect the core items first. And today was a celebration for my brother Isaac's birthday, also my uncle Daniel, but he left early, so forget him. But pretty much it was there for my brother Isaac. He just turned 19, so happy birthday to him.
Birthday, Nico.
Yeah. Happy birthday, my boy. And then, I mean, it's been a busy time since the last episode.
Yeah, we did a lot of things.
Yeah, like one of them was we started our fantasy football draft with our boys and Kitty.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about your team?
You know what? Like I was saying the last time, so I really, really do like my running backs. It's just my wide receivers. I thought I could have drafted a few people better, but I'm not like overly like, damn it, whatever. But because I still like the receivers, it's just there's a lot of upside and not the floor isn't as high as they should be.
Yeah, I feel that, man. I mean, well, let me see. Let me look at my team real quick. I know I was happy with my team, but for sure last season one of my fantasy teams was kind of ass.
Yeah.
But let's see. Who do we got? This year actually I'm gonna do 3 leagues. How many leagues are you in?
Same 3. Oh, actually, you know what? 4.
4?
Yeah, I forgot my friend invited me to one too.
Perro, you better win that one. All right, so this league with the Maple Alley PLP boys, I got Joe Burrow as QB, Justin Jefferson wide receiver 1, Deebo Samuel wide receiver 2, Saquon Barkley RB1, Kenneth Walker RB2, Evan Ingram tight end. My flex as of right now I have Damian Pierce running back, and then my bench players Christian Watson, James Cook, Drake London, Michael Thomas, Deshaun Watson, Kenneth Gainwell, Evan McPherson as my kicker, and New England defense.
For my team, I have quarterback Justin Fields, wide receiver Garrett Wilson, wide receiver Devontae Smith, Nick Chubb, B. John Robinson. My tight ends David Njoku, and my flex for right now is Christian Kirk, but that could change because I have on my bench Miles Sanders, Alexander Madison, George Pickens, Jamal Williams, Quentin Johnson, and Samaje Perine.
Nice, man. I mean, it's not terrible, bro. We'll see what happens with the season.
No, I mean, I know for a fact I'm not. My team is not the worst. Objectively,
Who's the worst?
It's got to be Johnny, bro.
You think so?
I think it has to be, bro.
He got some good starters, though, man. It's the bench players that are complete dog shit. So when the bye week comes, bro, he's going to be struggling on his bye weeks.
Yeah, man. I was not a fan of his team. But to be fair, it was his first time without any of our help. Although that's kind of a lie. Me and David were helping him out at the end because he really just didn't know who else to pick. And I'm like, we needed to get the video rolling. So I'm like, all right, if we just pick this, we just picked this one.
Yeah, man. I mean, this is his 3rd year doing it. He still don't know players. Come on, my boy.
Well, that's because he's not really into football like that.
Well, fuck. With $100 on the line, I'll get right into football.
There is $100. This is different. This is our first time doing that.
Our biggest entry fee is this season. We didn't agree on a punishment yet, but My boy Miguel, he had to eat what's that one single
It's
chip
that
ghost?
packy like one chip challenge thing, and I was going through it.
Yeah, he had to eat it right before the draft, so that was his punishment.
Yeah.
So because he got last place last season, but this place we'll see. I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe it will be Johnny finally.
Yeah.
Speaking of Johnny, my boy, the fucking slip and slide.
Oh my
We had a
God.
little pool party at Isaiah's. You know, little pistols were kicking in, and
Yeah.
you know, everybody was falling. Everyone was dropping like flies.
Oh, dude, it was so funny.
It was fun though, man. It was a great time. I pulled up a little late because I was over there celebrating Kitty's stepdad's birthday.
Yeah.
Shout out Bernie, happy birthday to you too. I got a lot of August birthdays, man.
Shout out to Burn.
Just September birthdays. I'm December 21st, so I'm chilling for a minute. I think I'm one of like the last ones on everyone's list. But yeah, birthday season is here, bro. I always said when I have kids, I want to have like October babies.
When do you have to plan for that usually?
January or December.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, wait, you mean like doing the deed, right?
Yeah, obviously you can see to have them in October.
Yeah. It would have to be December, January, I think.
Wow. Okay.
And because it's a 9-month pregnancy, but I've seen where like even though it's a 9-month separation, you still have to have like that little grace period before. Because I don't know, it's weird, but
Yeah, some people have them sooner, some people have a little bit later. More often that's it's never really like exact date.
yeah, I'm for sure my mom's birthday. That's
really?
I'm pretty sure, bro. March, that's 3 plus 9 is 12. I was born in 12/21.
You know what? Hey, probably.
Yeah, she's 3/16. So I don't know.
Hey, man,
What about you? What do you?
I was born March 6th, and I don't know exactly when that would be.
So 3. So that's 12. June.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
Lots of anything special about June?
No, not really. They probably just were horn dogs and clapping cheeks.
Just a random ass fucking Tuesday night.
Yeah,
over there at El Patio.
That's where they met.
For real?
Yeah.
Damn, I was just joking, dog. Damn, that's crazy.
She sang, trapped his ass, and boom, they got together.
Well, was he just a regular schmegular guy?
No, he was working there. I can't remember if it was as a bartender, or as a mesero, or just as like a server.
So they're coworkers.
Yeah, they were coworkers first, and then they got close, and then they bump uglies.
You know what, man? I don't think. Well, yeah, no, I don't think I've ever talked to any coworker before like that.
I mean, I did, and ended up being a 4-year relationship with her, so that was funny.
Jesus, wasn't that high school though?
No.
Or are you talking about the recent one?
The recent one.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Damn, that was so long ago.
Yeah.
Crazy times, man. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I never worked with any of my. Well, actually, you know what? I did get Kitty into my job, but we're already together by then.
Yeah.
So that's interesting how that shit works. It was funny. They call us right into HR right away. Like once they started seeing we're hanging out too often.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Damn. Didn't one of your managers actually try to trap you into like figuring out you guys were together?
Pretty much. Like, so he called me up first solo into the HR office. And it was literally it was all the supervisors in there. And they were asking me, so what's up with you and this girl? And I was just like, nothing. We're just friends. We're chilling. Because I didn't want it to be like a burn or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't want them to think like, oh, like they're a package deal. If we got to treat them differently, anything like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And so he was just asking. He was like, oh, so what do you think about her then? And I was just like, she's cool, man. She's chill. And he was like, you wouldn't be upset if I told you she was hot? And I was like, nah. I was obviously like, I know what he's trying to do. But I was just trying to deny. And then he was just like, "Oh well, yeah, man. I think she's pretty hot, man." And I was, I was just like, "Whatever, man. Yeah, we're together." And they're just like, "Well, that's something you guys got to report to HR right away. We just want to make sure there's no harassment going on, stuff like that." But I don't know. Screw.
Fuck that, dude.
Yeah, those fools they didn't even treat her fair in the warehouse. She didn't want to be in loose fray. You know how that goes.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah, I did forget that. They gave her like the short end of the stick.
Yeah, pretty much, and they kept giving her empty promises. So it wasn't long lasted that she was there for.
That's sad. Honestly, probably better off. She has like right now she's working.
Oh yeah, she has a way better job, man. Yeah. No, but fuck the warehouse life. That's just getting worse and worse over there.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little old.
Yeah, and I get really burnt out in the fucking warehouses now, dude. Like,
yeah,
it's not even like hard work, especially when you're just a forklift driver. It's just the heat it's bad, especially right now.
I know. I mean, that's funny because like, so obviously before this job with you, I had worked at a warehouse job, but I had worked there for like 4+ years. During the graveyard shift, and I got tired of that. So my buddy got me into this like collision autos. Like basically all the cars that you get, they get like trashed, and like the insurance pays you out. They take the cars in and they sell them online. And so I just take pictures of the cars, and it was a nice switch up. Like I probably still would have been there, but the pay just wasn't that great. I thought it would be okay, and then I realized nope, I need more money, and then I hit us like Mike, like come in, let me get in your job.
Yeah, I got my boy Migs and Rios in, so it's three amigos right there.
Yeah, there would have been a fourth, but that guy's a bozo.
Yeah, shout out Johnny. No, but actually Malik worked there too, bro.
Yeah, but man, Daniel kind of hold him.
Yeah, I don't know what they had against him, but I don't know. You see, I don't know if you've seen that Insomniac's hiring like staff.
They are.
Yeah, they're hiring to do like artist relations, stuff like that.
Okay.
Or marketing. I know online marketing stuff, and just pretty much like social media stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've always been intrigued with those types of jobs. You know, working at like the industry related stuff. You know, kind of just get your foot in the door and see what doors can open. You know.
Yeah.
Because obviously you're going to be surrounded by a bunch of people work related wise. You know, because a lot of people just think DJ. They don't really think about the back end of it, like the talent buyers or the artist relations or just stuff like that.
Yeah.
And there's actually a lot of job occupations that Insomniac has. I mean, just every event company should have that at least.
Yeah.
But they're such a big company that they have so many different like not sub genres but sub companies.
Yeah.
Like such as Exchange, Academy. They have Base Rush, Base Con, stuff like that. So they need different groups per event, or just like maybe even the record label, stuff like that. They need A&Rs.
Oh, yeah, they have a record label too.
Yeah, it's just a big tree starting with Insomnia, going to the record label, the events,
They
the
have their
dubstep
own clothing company.
So it's crazy, man. It's a lot of people don't think in depth like that about Insomniac specifically, but I'm sure there's other event companies out there that run the similar structure.
Yeah.
Such as like Ultra, Tomorrowland. Yeah, I've always been interested. I mean, I see regular people doing like ground control, and I mean that's kind of like a starter,
Yeah, yeah.
But to actually be in the office, that's something that's intriguing to me. But my fear is like I don't want to get too comfortable and just be stuck in that position and like not branch out, because I don't want to like point out any artists, but I've seen some artists that like they start off of course independent, and then they start working under a label. And they kind of like lose focus on their actual artistry, like their projects. So they kind of just fall into the not a trap, but they just like get comfortable with being just where they're at.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be stuck in that position, because I know it's kind of hard for anyone to move away from stuff like that. I mean, just even with our jobs in general, it's kind of hard to leave it, because you have you've already been there for so long. You've built strong relationships with a bunch of the people there.
Yeah, you made friendships.
The scheduling is like on point for what I like for the most part.
Yeah, honestly, like it's still probably one of the coolest schedules ever.
Yeah, we work 4/10s Tuesday through Friday. Shit, if I could work 3/12s?
Yeah, 3/12s.
I'll fucking be down for that. 12, 24, Thursday. Yeah. I'll be down for that, man. But it would have to be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
So give me my Monday, give me my Friday, give me my Saturday, give me my Sunday, please. And that's like the dream schedule right there for me.
Yeah, but I'm maybe for sure there's some kind of jobs out there that do have that schedule, but it's so scary. You'd have to like really deep dive.
Yeah, that's why I just want to be my own boss already, bro. Like,
yeah,
I'm down to run a company sometime soon. We'll see what doors open. My mindset changes every fucking 6 months.
Yeah.
One day I want this, the next day I want that. But for sure, if there's one thing for sure, is I want to get out these warehouses.
Yeah, man. You're getting old.
Even though our schedule is good, it does come with a price where we have to sleep early in order to wake up in a good mood.
Yeah, because if not, we'll just be dead the whole day.
Yeah, we go to sleep like at 12. I'd say the average is like 11 to 12. You know? And so that's not really healthy, man. We got to wake up at 4 a.m., 4:30 a.m. And so that's like 4 or 5 hours of sleep, and they say, what, you should get 8 hours of sleep, maybe 9 as adults. Maybe, I think it's 8.
Yeah, 8.
And then kids are like 10.
Yeah.
Well, that's crazy. Did you get your 10 hours when you were a kid? I know my mom used to always try to put that on me.
No, dude. You know how I'm always late to everything. This has been since I was a kid, bro.
Jesus.
I've always had the worst sleep schedule ever, and that's just because like my mom, she was worked in the nightlife as a bartender, and so she had like a dumb sleep schedule too. So she would just be up late at night, and I would be up with her. We'll watch TV shows or
Maybe we're in the wrong industry. We need to leave these warehouses, go to the clubs.
I mean, honestly, but then that's what I'd always be late to stuff. Like I remember one time like I was in elementary school, and my attendance was so bad. It's like third grade. Like literally, the principal had to call me in with my mom. He was like, if this was an actual job, you'd be fired already.
Facts.
And I'm like, I have yet to be fired from a job because of my attendance. So,
But you got your warnings.
I do have my warnings.
Nah, I have warnings too, man.
But I've been good lately. Ever since the whole thing, with your ride situation. Now that you have your own car thing, but now it's really just got me accustomed to just waking up at the time I would to pick you up. But instead of that, I just would just go straight to work.
Yeah, that's good, man. I mean, I did notice that you've been good this past week.
Yeah. Except for that one. Well, that day wasn't even my fault. I only left on time. It was just traffic up the ass.
Yeah, bro. Day. This traffic is getting absurd over here.
Yeah.
Like, just going home from work. We work like, I want to, well, me personally, at least it's like a 20-minute drive, and it could take like 50 minutes to get home from work. And SoCal in general is just getting flooded, bombarded with people. I heard that homeless get dropped off in LA.
Really?
From other states, like such as like Alaska.
Oh yeah, they do that. They bust them out there.
Yeah, they bring all the homeless over here and just dump them in LA or just in California in general.
Yeah.
And so I mean, it's already looking like shit out there. I mean, and then the population is growing so fucking crazy out here.
Yeah, you remember like that story with the caravan and people were all living like in empty like RVs and shit. Like,
yeah, it's crazy. I don't know if you guys have ever walked down like Skid Row or anything like that, but there's tents everywhere. And a lot of people don't even want help no more at this point.
I mean, like, how can you, bro? There's too many of them, and it's just like like you can't help out everybody. So you kind of like your hands are tied.
Yeah, and even here, bro, like I've been coming to a bunch of these stores out here in Fontana for so long, and of course you're gonna have your homeless people for. I mean, since as long as I can remember, but I feel like it's just gotten worse. Like we're starting to look like LA little by little, where there's literally like shopping centers like just stuffed with homeless. Like they just find the empty part of the parking lot and post up right there, and that's what we got right here at Walmart now, or the old errands. Like they'll just go and just sleep right there.
What, really?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, that's crazy.
And even today when I went with my mom to Smart and Final to get all the hot dogs or all that stuff, there was a homeless that just walked up in there, and he's not all there. Like he's literally like talking to himself, but like mad aggressively, and
what the fuck?
And he just walks in there like just like barging through people and not even saying excuse me or anything like that. It's just like, wow.
Did they like ask him to leave, or he just was in there?
Right when he walked in, the cashier we had, he like literally like was breaking his neck and just watching him, just watching that fool walking. I was like, my boy, like, don't you have that rule where you can't tackle like people or stop them? Like just don't even stress about it. Like fucking scan my shit, bro. He just literally stopped scanning our shit with turn. I was just looking at this.
I'm like, bro, you're gonna be pressed because he takes an apple or some shit.
Nah, but I don't know. I was kind of like worried that fool was gonna pee somewhere. Like he just stopped. He just stopped in the middle of a lane and just like was just standing there. I was like, is this motherfucker peeing?
You know what's crazy? I think also there's a crazy ass like drug problem out there in Philly. Like I was watching videos. Like there's like this guy and this girl. Literally, they're on fucking fentanyl and they're just literally like, but they're standing up, so like, but they're like kind of like lawn chair status, like how we always say.
Crazy.
But like legit lawn chairs, like just dead, not dead, but like out of it, like on drugs, and it's just like it's really terrible over there too. Yeah,
I mean it's getting bad everywhere, and that sucks for the people that had to deal with like the crazy weather that we get, especially like the recent Hurricane Hillary. I was just sometimes I do think about like the homeless, like where did they go? Because there was it was maybe last Friday, not this past one that just happened, but the one before.
Right.
I was driving over to a friend's, and on the way back, no, I was driving there, and when I was about to get on the freeway, I seen this homeless laying out in front of a gas station, that new one right there on Alder.
Yeah.
And he had like a dog with him. The dog, bro, he it's like a big, like I want to say Rottweiler. And the guy's passed out with the only little area of shade. It was one of those green things that people post up on when they're kicking it with their boys. You know
oh, yeah.
It was one of those green things. And he was laying down on the floor next to it. And his dog is big as fuck and just like over there panting like crazy, dehydrated as fuck. And there's a stroller with a bunch of trash or whatever his belongings, and there was an empty gallon of water. And you just see the dog over there just like trying to fucking lick inside of it to get water.
Oh, poor
There was
baby.
nothing, bro, and I felt terrible, man. I was like, I can't just not do anything about it. So after I came back from my friends, I kind of made it quick, and I was like, hopefully they're still there.
Yeah.
When I came back, I did see that he had half a gallon, but he didn't have like a bowl or a bucket to feed the dog any water. So I'd assume I would like to hope that he gave him water, like kind of like poured it in his mouth. But
Yeah.
it's kind of hard for dogs to drink like that.
No.
So I had asked my friend for a bucket or a bowl, and yeah, she gave me a bucket. And so on the way back, I went to go stop right there, and thankfully they were still there. And I bought them 2 gallons of water, and I got the guy the electrolyte. It was the
Yeah.
only like Pedialyte related thing they had there. So I gave the dog fucking water in the bucket, and yeah, man, I was. It was not too. It was 2 days later, and I was like, "Fuck!" The hurricane was happening, or it wasn't even a hurricane at this point. It
No,
was just heavy rainfall.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, I was thinking about the dog and that dude. I was like, fuck. I wonder where they would go and shit like that.
Probably just somewhere like where they wouldn't get wet or at least amount of wet, because I know for sure they'll get wet no matter what. But
Yeah, but fools be kicking them out everywhere nowadays too.
Dude, it's just,
Can't even hang out in front of the liquor store or anything like that. But and it's crazy too, because I don't know. I've been on my helpful mood lately, because that same day, later that night though, some like lady, she came up to me when I was pumping gas. She was like desperate for gas. She was just like, she didn't look homeless at all or anything.
yeah.
And so I was kind of like sketched out about that, because over here in Fontana we have a bunch of people that be capping about their homeless shit. Like there's this like I want to say like some Middle Eastern family, and they've already been blasted online on social media. Like they keep posting the same girl that has cancer, and they're just like they have their kids with them. They have like nice clothes, and they're just asking for money, but really they don't even need it. They've been doing that for years, bro.
Really?
For years.
That's crazy.
And I see them all around Fontana. It's the same group of people, and they've already been put on blast online. But anyway, so yeah, when the girl came up to me and asked me, I seen she was like, she had decent clothes. The car wasn't old by any means, but I just still gave her the benefit of the doubt. I just still gave her just $5. But the reason why I bring this up is because it's even hard for homeless nowadays, because they ask for cash, spare change, but ain't nobody got that shit.
Oh.
We literally got card now, or just Apple Pay.
Yeah.
And I would much rather give a homeless food or drink than money, because at least I know it's helping them get by. But there are some homeless that they're asking for money so that they can pay for public transportation and shit like that.
Just recently, it was that day you weren't able to show up to work. Me and Jonathan went to the gas station.
Yeah.
And after some guy, he didn't look homeless by any means, but he literally just, he's like, hey man, I just, you guys have any spare, like change a couple bucks just so I can just get on the bus, man. Like I missed my exit and I have to get back on the bus. And me and Jonathan, we were sketched out about the dude, but I was like you, I was like, all right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I actually did have like $2. I was like, they're just like, here, bro, you can go ahead. I mean, whether or not that's actually true or not, I can't like actually like check or not. But I just have to hope like that, every time we do give them like these like things, it's actually for the intended use.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I used to have like a phase where when I was like a young adult, maybe it's because I had less bills and all that, I was just willingly like, I got you $5, $3. They'll come out all surprised, bro. They'll be like, wow, thank you. And I'm just like a 19-year-old, bro.
Yeah.
It's just like, fuck, man. It's crazy to think that they're that down bad to ask like even a young guy like me. Usually, like, if I was homeless, at least I would avoid the kids and I'll go to like the older people, the more mature looking ones. But believe it or not, they're the ones that do more of the turn down. How do you say it? They're the ones that do the most rejecting. It's actually the younger people that actually are willing to, donate or whatever, give cash.
But and it's funny because I know a lot of people are just like, they're just trying to use that money for like some random bullshit like that rather than intended to use. Because I remember one time I had an English teacher. She was telling me, because she was telling me about the game too. She was like, so she came out of like some grocery store with like, just because she was doing groceries, and some like mom with her kids right there, and they're asking her like, hey, can you spare some money so I can go inside and buy some groceries for my family and this and that. And my teacher, she didn't know, she was like, I can't give you any cash, but if you want, I can go inside with you and we can get you groceries and I'll happily pay for it. And she was like, no, I'm okay. No, thank you. I'm like, what the hell?
Yep, I hate those motherfuckers.
And my teacher was like, see, that's what she's like, nah, this is fucking bullshit.
And they're the ones that fuck everything up, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm so willing to help people, but just knowing how like fucked up these people are in the head, or like they're unwilling to like fight for a better life. And I get addiction is like a huge problem. Like, you know, once you a lot for those heavy drugs, once you tap in, like it's hard to come back.
Yeah.
And you know, but it's possible, man. There's so many like good stories of people that turn their lives around. But
Yeah.
you know, yeah, like I said, I would still, you know, if I had all the money in the world, I would help anyone willingly. But sometimes, you know, we struggling, so I gotta say yes or no to certain people.
But one thing I will do, I'll never turn down anybody if they're asking me like to buy them like actual meal, or hey, can you buy me? Like,
Yeah, bro, that's much more willing to like, fuck, if I'm broke, man, fuck it, I'll still gotta do the right thing and just give you my last $3-4. I've definitely done that recently, man. It's like, you know, it's a pretty heavy. I've been like struggling financially a bit.
Yeah.
Because like just all the fucking things that have been happening lately.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you, Harley. You fuck shit up for me, dog. No, but it's all good. These fuck these vet bills, man. These hospital bills.
Yeah.
But anyway, no. Yeah, man. I've been like fucking thinking about it lately. Cause like I said earlier, when I was younger, I would be willing to, and then there's a phase where I just kind of stopped. I even stopped looking them in the eyes, and I feel terrible now looking back at it, where I would just like act like I don't see them.
No, man, it's just because like you can't do anything about it, and you feel bad, so you just have to just turn away, because like that's the best.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like now, I'm starting to like come back to it, where I'm not trying not to do that.
Yeah.
And but it's hard to do it right now because literally like prices are at an all-time high.
Yeah,
so
man, we're really in a bad spot, like as far as just economically.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not the first time, so you know, there's another side of this. So
yeah, that's what I always like to do, because sometimes like you, sometimes I just like money's tight for me, and but I just always know it's not. It comes and goes, you know. So right now it's not coming as much as I like to, but you know, there's ebbs and flows to this. So you just have to like not let it like affect you too much, because then your whole just all you do is just stress about money. Like, fuck, when am I gonna get this paid? When am I do this paid off? Like, how am I gonna pay this off? It's just you know, it's gonna, things get paid off, things get handled. You just have to be in that mindset.
Yeah, man, and even right now, you know, I'm driving, so you know, there's a situation where, you know, my girlfriend and I were kind of just like just sharing a car essentially, because you know, some bullshit happened recently with hers.
Yeah.
But I don't mind it at all. But you know, so that's why right now I'm driving a little bucket, one of my mom's like extra cars, and it was a Civic just sitting around, you know. So right now I'm noticing the starters going out, and you know, back when I was like 19, I went fresh out of high school, pretty much, I had to drive a bucket as well. He's one of my dad's, but his starter, bro, like the Nissan, his starter, bro, like it was going out. So sometimes you have to lift up the hood and just I had the little lock that does it on the steering wheel, the steering wheel lock.
Yeah.
And so I would just go and hit that shit 3 times and turn it on. But eventually that shit died on me, and I was like stressed so hard. I had friends with me and everything. That shit was embarrassing. And then so now I'm back in that same position where I'm driving it's like 70% reliable. You know, it's gonna start, because now I learned the trick. Pepper showed me the trick of how to start it when it doesn't want to start. And so now, you know, I got to figure it out and all that. But just like I feel like I'm back into my 19 era, you know, where it's just like I'm working multiple jobs pretty much, because I'm doing the house shit and then doing, you know, our day job, and then doing the editing and stuff like that, the music stuff, anything music related. So it's just like, fuck, man, I feel like I'm 19 again, but my body can't handle it as well no more.
Yeah, that's true, man. Like, it's just like we're getting old. Things are starting to crack every time. Like sometimes I'll just like stand up and like crack, and I'm like, fuck. They used to do that.
Yeah, lately when I'm at my mom's working on the house and I kneel down, bro, that shit hurts. I'm like, fuck, you can't go down that fast, my boy. Yeah. Those knees about to go out. Or even just like walking downstairs, like one step, your leg gives out, you give a little jerk.
Dude, even when I get off on the forklift, sometimes like I'll like just land weird, and then all of a sudden like the heel just starts to hurting. I'm like, fuck, man, like this didn't happen before. Like it's just weird.
Facts, bro, man. We're getting old, bro. We're getting old. 30's almost here. Do you have like anything big you want for your 30th birthday, or you don't really give a fuck?
Like to do or like?
Yeah, just like I don't know, maybe either a goal or a birthday plan, like for your 30th. Do you even care that it's the 30
Well,
or?
I don't really care for birthdays to be honest, but
But it's 30, my boy.
yeah, that's why. Like, if I were to actually have a serious birthday party, because like I like all my friends know I hate having to like celebrate like during birthdays. I'd prefer just if anything, just hang out with my friends and that's it. But if it were, that would probably be the year to do it. Like would have like a pretty big birthday party but that's it. But aside of that, like, I just really want us to be in a good position, like even like better positions, because like just as far as Wolf Logic wise, because sure, like every year we'll go to this and this, but I really want us by 30 like to be at a really good spot, like where I'm like happy to the point where I'm like, all right, man, this is still going good. Like I don't want to feel I don't want to be at 30 and like this doesn't feel, it feels stagnant. I want us to be 30 and like, all right, this feels still great to me, like how it does right now.
At least on a tour, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like touring where, obviously it's a little harder as a duo. That's one thing a lot of people don't know about is like when you're a duo or what trio, whatever. As long as there's more than one person in the project, it's a lot harder to make it your only job. Because you got to think about it. There's double flights, double stays, not really a big deal, but double booking fee. Like you got to kind of like pay for everything double essentially. So it's a bit harder that way, and we got to split our earnings half, and so it's kind of harder for one or the other to quit and their regular day jobs.
Yeah.
So, by the time we're 30, I at least want to be like touring and like just be our money income is from our DJ stuff in general.
No, yeah.
I don't want to be working a regular job no more, but yeah, that's my main thing. Obviously, I don't expect to be like crazy rich and fucking Avicii status or fucking Calvin Harris status. I don't expect that.
No,
It would be fucking amazing. That's the goal, is to always just, be the biggest we can be. But, we're not like divas like that, or we don't need crazy amounts of money. Mm-mm. We just need enough to provide for ourselves first. And then our next tier is taking care of our loved ones and family and shit like that. But I for sure, at least with my money, I want to give back to the community and hopefully, just be blessed back in any way we can get. Well, speaking of blessings, bro, like what kind of like dream car do you got? Because I don't know about you, man, but as I was just mentioning, fucking the starter shit I got to do right now, the little tricks I got to do.
Yeah.
I want to have like aside from the new car I have, I want to get like a nice one, like one of my dream cars. I'm not big on cars like that, but I do want to have like that one car that's just,
So I'm weird because I do have dream cars, but it's just cars that I've driven. I've already driven in them. It's like mini SUVs, like Toyota RAV4s, like Subaru Crosstreks, like just those kind of cars. Because I've always really enjoyed like to drive them, but I didn't realize that until after I got my Civic. And because if I hadn't known that, I would have just straight gotten the SUV. So that was always a car like, damn, I really like every time I see it pass by, I really wish I got that car. Specifically the Subaru Crosstrek, because I just love how it's shaped. It's kind of meant for bigger people. Not to say I'm like that big, but I like all the leg room and stuff, and it's a smooth drive. You could go in like 80, 90. You can't even fucking tell.
Yeah, man. So I have like four like really like main cars that I want.
Right.
And one of them is a truck. But let me go from the cheaper one to the most expensive. So the cheapest one I want is my Mazda RX-8, and it's very hard to find like a nice one right now because they're all old.
I think those are discontinued too, actually.
Yeah, they're discontinued. They have hella miles on anyone standing. Pretty much, I've always looked on Craigslist just for fun, or just like on
I used to do that back in the day,
and just for fun, just to see what cars are out there, what they're going for, and it's a lot of them are beat the fuck up, but that used to be my dream car back in the day. Is the Mazda RX-8, and I think they stopped making them like in. I know 2008 they still were going, but I know they were making like some newerish models, like I think 2012, 2013, but they were like ugly by that point.
Yeah.
So that's the lowest one that I want. I'll go try to find a nice old Mazda RX-8, and then I have I want to say like a realistic dream car, which is the Acura TLX. Is it the TLX? Yeah, it is. I think it is a TLX. I'm gonna look this up real quick Because I know these Acuras, all their model names are super close to each other.
TLX, RSX, NSX.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. Yeah, it's a TLX, Acura TLX. That's the one I wanted instead of my Kia K5, but that shit's like hella expensive. It was like an
Yeah.
extra 20K. So I was like, nah, I'm chilling for now. But and then there's a truck because I want a truck so bad right now, and this one's dog shit on miles. I looked at the specs. It's like 12 miles at a gallon, bro.
Damn.
It's the Dodge Ram T-Rex, well TRX, but you know the nickname for his T-Rex. But
Yeah.
so there's those three cars, and then my like fucking dream car is the Acura NSX.
Oh, those are so
That's just
pretty.
fucking beautiful. I saw all carbon fiber one at the LA Convention Center when they had the car thing over
Yeah.
there. But yeah, man, those are my four. You know, one day I'll get there. You know, they're not priority though, so
No.
it'll be a while for sure if I even get there. But yeah, and what about like homes? Like, is there anywhere you want to live specifically?
You know what? So I've always had this kind of question brought up to me, and it's hard to say because sometimes will enjoy living in the IE somewhere, whether it's in the house or something like that, or but then other times I do want to think about like, well, how would it be if I would like live in a different state? You know, because there's pros and cons to living everywhere. Like here, like everything we have everything out here, but you know. And you hear us on on this podcast multiple times. It's just the shitty traffic, the taxes, everything's overpriced over here. Like, but then sometimes, like, because of that, like, maybe I want to go to Texas or even Arizona or just like somewhere cooler, like somewhere with less people, less traffic. But like, there's different cons to that as well. So it's just I'm always bouncing around about ideas.
I just can't stand that because you brought it up the whole people living here like or the more traffic.
Yeah,
It's just bro, like they're building so many fucking apartment complexes
that too, and it's just like
and no shopping centers.
no shopping centers. Specifically in Fontana, like there's homes being built like all the time, but these homes like the price for them is so much expensive,
Yeah.
and like it's kind of like so who are the buyers for these homes because there's restraining people that are living here already.
Bro, I'm trying to figure out like why are they falling into this shit? Like if we could go on a strike too and just not buy the homes.
I think
You know
that'll
what I
get to
mean?
the point, man, because like there's like I have so many people that I know like oh they're saving up for homes and then I'll hit the and I believe them too. Like I think they're really smart financially. And then I'll talk to them like maybe like half a year later, and I'll come like, oh, how to go with the home? And like, man, the market's too crazy. Like, there's not even point to look for homes. It's not
Yeah.
in everybody's budget.
Yeah, I was actually just talking with Valerie and Richard earlier because they're over there. Well, you saw them. We're talking about that too, like because they found out I was remodeling the back house, and I was telling them we're gonna be saving hella money moving back to over there.
Yeah,
And then and they were talking about like yeah, the apartments by their spot, it's like 3,400 a month, just a fucking apartment, 3,400 a month.
no,
How that's not even realistic at all, my like, dude. That's 34,000? No, it'll be almost 40,000 a year.
yeah,
That's pretty much one person's average like annual income.
yeah,
So it's like their whole check would have to go to mortgage, and the other one has to pay for everything else. And it's just unrealistic because that's not even including all the other fucking necessities like
yeah.
your car payments, your insurance, your groceries. You got kids. It's like Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
bro. This shit's getting out of hand, man.
Yeah. And I know it's only in California because I know for a fact if we were living in a different state, it would be a lot easier. Like we have friends in Arizona, for example. They own a home and they're chilling. They like and like it's just like Texas too. Like Texas, how you can get owned for a great price too, and like you won't be like breaking the bank. And like, it's just out here in California. It's just everything's up.
Bro,
to
you
gas.
know what? You know what, man? I think I don't know what you think. Maybe I'm just speaking out my ass right now, but maybe if we are 30 and we're still kind of like barely getting by, maybe we should go there for like a year or two.
I mean, I'm down for because if not,
'Cause I gotta be wherever we. If one of us goes, we both gotta go because we can't do it separate.
no. Yeah, I've cemented that in my mind. Like where we go as a unit. So if you decide, listen, hey, fuck it, let's go to Vegas. I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm guessing I'm living in Vegas now.
Yeah, I think if we even gotta talk with the Maple Alley boys too.
Yeah.
And PLP because I know we're all kind of in the same position right now. You know, it's not easy to buy a house nowadays.
That's not.
Like back then, you could buy a house for 200, 300K. You know, maybe even 400K for a nice house.
Yeah.
Now those 400K houses are like 700Ks. Like no mames.
You know what's funny? You ever see that meme? It was like It was like it's a
Oh,
picture of the kid. It was like, man, what the fuck was I doing in third grade? I should have been buying a house already.
yeah, you should have been. Yeah, you should have been looking into houses when you. Yeah,
It's
man,
low key facts though.
it's literally facts. Who would have thought that fucking these houses would jump up so crazy?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think we should really be serious about that. Maybe by the time we're 30, if we're still like not happy, we got to make a big change, and that'll be it.
No, yeah.
We'll see where we're at. But yeah, I mean, what do you think then? Texas, Arizona?
Honestly, just somewhere where there's still a EDM nightlife. Because
think-
I know for sure there are some states there's not it's non-existent.
Fucking Missouri and shit.
Missouri. So it'd probably one of those requirements. Another would be the cost of living would be okay, where you can like look for a decent job where it's not anything that you need like a degree for, because we don't have degrees, and we could still live we could still live in a house, would be in a good okay spot, and then it'd just be go from there. After that, it's just more of just a preference kind of thing.
Yeah, I think Arizona would be solid, man.
Yeah,
But
honestly,
although I have noticed though that everything's a little going up over there too a little bit. It's crazy for them, for their standards.
Yeah.
Because I see some of them complaining about where they're living at, or like just maybe gas or groceries. So it's going up for everyone, but it's still more manageable over there.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if there's anyone having a tougher time right now, it might be Donald Trump.
Oh, dude, that was going through it.
I don't know if you guys have seen his viral picture of his mugshot, but that's just funny. He's already getting memed out, man.
I was like, man, this guy can't catch a break.
That resting bitch face is wild.
Yeah, I mean, I think I do remember. I asked you last time like about if you met a president, would you try to take a picture with him?
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. So yeah, me personally, I don't really care about the political shit, so I don't really care. Honestly, maybe Barack Obama, just because he seemed like a decent human.
Yeah,
But obviously, I've always heard people say, he made bad decisions too and all that. But I was too young to even know at the time. But either way, that's kind of just why I just don't really care about presidents. Like if I seen them in public, I'll look at them from a distance. I don't really care to go shake their hands or greet them, because I mean, think about it, bro. They greet like probably hundreds of people a day.
yeah.
Unless they're hidden up in the coop or whatever. But yeah, yeah, yeah. But that's funny, man. Yeah. I don't think I care for a picture.
Me either, but I just always thought it was a good question to ask, because I heard it on a different podcast with Bustin' the Boys. Those guys took a picture with Donald Trump, and then it was just because their excuse wasn't even because of like a political thing. It's just like it was a former president of the United States. You gotta ask for a picture, and I'm like, fair, but at the same time, I think we're just not really on the political thing, so we really don't care to begin with.
Damn, man, who's gonna be our president in 20, 30 years? You think people are even gonna want to be a president?
I don't know, man. I think like I was listening to I forget what I listened to, but the last president to get an approval rating over 50% is JF Kennedy with 70.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It just seems like they're probably gonna have to like lower the age requirement, because all the older ones that actually cared enough to be a president, they're gonna be gone by then.
Yeah.
So the newer generations is just like, you really gotta pay good too. I hear the presidents don't even make money like that.
No, not really. Honestly, like they make
A fair amount, but
yeah.
for being a president, it's not. It doesn't match.
The way like works out for them is they'll still get paid for the presidency. They don't get the money until after the presidency's over.
Damn.
But what happens is, so they do have to actually live in the White House, but they have everything in them. They have their own personal chefs, like their own drivers, it's like everything's already there for them.
Yeah, everyone. When you're a celeb too, everyone just be giving you free shit.
Exactly.
It's like the complete opposite, man. It's like the last people that need fucking free shit. It's like they got money, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I don't know. That's the world we live in, I guess. But another person going through it is Logan Paul, man. That motherfucker going through it right now.
Dylan Dallas is a savage.
Facts. I don't know if. Nah, I don't know if I could keep my composure if that was happening.
Yeah, because he's like, so if you don't know, Logan Paul he's gonna get in a fight with Dylan Dallas. It's been already kind of in the works for like years, but they finally pulled the trigger on it. And for the promotion, it's not even necessarily. It technically is promotion, because that's how Dylan is seeing it.
Yeah.
So he's just like going all through Twitter, posting pictures of Logan's fiance with a bunch of other dudes and stuff.
Half for real, half for fake.
Yeah, but he's just calling her like basically like she's like been like passed around like throughout the celebrity world, and whether that's true or not, I mean, I think it's kind of a low hanging fruit, only because like, I mean, everyone has a past, dude. Sure, theirs is a bit more public, but at the end of the day, like they're together, like it's monogamous, they're pretty serious. So it's kind of like there's no real cementing to that.
Yeah, me personally, I don't think I could really ever attack the person's spouse.
Yeah, that's it. That's just why.
That's just me. But it is entertaining, one, and two, it's kind of like karma for Logan. You know, he's really not been doing a great job being a good friend, brother.
Oh man, he has beef with his brother.
George Janko, his ex co-host, is
Yeah.
over the dumbest shit too, bro. That motherfucker's like, his ego's up there, man. He's been getting out of hand lately, bro. I used to root for him for a bit. I used to dislike him. I would hate watch him for a bit. Then I started rooting for him because I was like, all right, he's getting better. And then now it's just like same old Logan Paul.
Yeah.
And I used to really dislike Jake, but now I'm starting to like him a bit. But
Well, because
I'm actually getting respect from him. I think that's a better word. I respect him now because, you know, his content I've never really been a fan of. It's just too much. But his BS show is decent.
like I don't know if you saw the one where he was talking about like him and his brother because they had a whole thing on like Logan's podcast a while back.
Yeah.
And he was just touching up on it, and like I guess he has been like cementing some hard feelings towards his brother, but he was being the good little brother, you know, because at the end of the day, their family. He's like I wasn't trying to put any of it in the limelight because he didn't want to like him to look bad or to his brother because he didn't ever want that. But Logan's going ahead and doing it anyways, like out in public and to his face and stuff, and I'm like
all the backhanded compliments, the lack of happiness for his brother's success, pretty much just always little broing him and kind of like not giving him the credit he deserves and just saying like, yeah, I'm better, but you know, we'll never know because people are avoiding me because I'm the harder fight. It's like you can't say that type of shit. It doesn't make sense. That's like your own ego talking right there.
Yeah, like objectively, like you haven't been fighting for like the last couple of years. You've been doing wrestling and other things, but not legit in the ring boxing. And
those are all his choices. He chose like he doesn't want to be a boxer full time, and that's fine, fool. But don't downplay your brother's achievements.
Yeah, man, this guy's killing it. He's been working hard. Whether you know people are still giving him crap for it, whether it's not real fighters, he's still putting like he's not faking. He's putting in months of work into it, and it's just like people like try to discredit him, and like the one person that he didn't think he would do it was his brother, and he goes do it.
Yeah, man. I mean, I have a hard time seeing where he's coming from because I mean, when you're a kid, you don't think about that, but ever since I've been an adult, I've just always cared so much about my brothers and even my sister, and I want them to achieve everything they want. I want them to be better than me, kind of like how every generation should be better and better. That's how I look at my siblings. Like I want them to learn from any mistakes I do, or the knowledge I give, and I would hope that they take that and they follow their dreams. They become more successful than me. Even if I had a gun pointed in my head, be like, hey, you get shot or you gotta quit being a DJ, and your brothers and sister are guaranteed their success, I'll take that. That's just how I roll, I guess. But fucking Logan,
man, that's not he's not being a good big brother. That's just
that's
all I have to say.
Yeah, man. Well, fuck it. I guess I think that we covered pretty much everything. We just released Bewitched with our boys Hexos. Go stream that, please. Run up those numbers. It's one of our more emotion felt songs.
Yeah,
mixed with some crazy drops. You know, we can't lack on the drops.
It's a staple for us.
We haven't gone soft yet.
No, although it can happen one of these. But it's just,
yeah, no, we're always down to experiment. We're just trying to give. We always want to have our sound though, and I feel like right now that's our sound.
Yeah, you know it's funny. I was telling him yesterday because we were swimming in the pool. Our friend Johnny played the song on the speaker, and I heard the drop was playing. I'm like, damn, like this Loki actually fucking bums. Like obviously I know it bums, but it just because I hadn't honestly I hadn't heard that song.
Which one was it again?
Bewitched.
Oh yeah.
Like I haven't personally heard it like in a while, just because the song was done so long ago that I already knew how it sounded like, so I kind of really didn't listen back to it.
We've never heard it on speakers, that's for sure. Yeah. It's only been in studio.
So like when I actually heard it on and it's not like a crazy speaker either, but it was just bumping, like the sub was hitting, like it sounded really crisp, and I'm like, damn, this shit's fire.
Yeah, guys. So if you want to hear that live and all our other music, go catch us at September 29th Tempe at Sunbar with 4B.
Yes, sir. Please come out. I think you guys will love it. We're really excited for it. I know Mike has so many ideas for this set already.
And I'll be sure to add the tick link in the description below. And go check out our last Maple Alley video too. You know, run up that shit. We always put in a lot into these, especially these last 2 videos.
Yeah, these ones have been a lot more, the more taxing ones we've done.
Yeah, a lot of editing, a lot of planning out, and shout out to everyone that's been a part of it. Shout out Gazelle for editing these 2. You know, we take turns editing the videos and shit like that. But yeah, go check those out. And right now we're gonna get into Off the Web.
Off the Web.
We spun Jersey Club last time, huh?
Yeah, we did.
All right, so is it you or me that goes first?
I can't remember who went first last time though.
Fuck it, you go first.
All right. For my top week, where the hell's the phone? Oh, right here. For this week's Off Web, for me, for my top 5 of Jersey Club, they still have the list from last night.
That's right.
Number 5 for me is Fisher Atmosphere, but our homie Risky's remix, because I thought it was a nice twist he did. He was quick with it too. This song came out and really he's like, oh yeah, I should probably do Jersey remix, and he's like, I'm gonna do it. And so he did it within the weekend, and it sounded pretty cool. So I really fuck with it.
Shout out Risky, and make sure you go check out Risky and Good Trouble exclusive. Who else is performing? Do you remember?
I have no idea.
Well, be sure to go to the show. It's called Bad Bitches. It's an afters vibe. I think it starts at 10 p.m. ends at 4 a.m. So it's like some warehouse shit.
Yeah.
And the addresses you know out there is literally some underground shit. It's called Bad Bitches by Good Trouble, featuring Risky and all the other Jersey dudes. Fucking love you guys, making crazy shit. You guys are killing it.
Of course.
That's September 9th. Go check it out.
Yeah. So I really love that song. So number 4 for me is this Dombresky's Utopia, but the 4B remix, because I originally heard the remix, not the remix, the original, and I was like, okay, this song is pretty cool. And then 4B did the thing, and I was like, I was like, damn, this one can make anything Jersey. That sounds fire.
Bro, yeah, I remember his, like, when we were catching him at 2018, 2017, those sets were like,
he was not missing. He still doesn't miss.
Yeah, no, definitely. Every time he's on a lineup, we do our best to go catch him.
Yeah. For number 3 is old classic of ours, is the DJ Isaac Face Down As Up with the Woof Logik flip. It was our first attempt at doing a whole Jersey Club song. Yeah, there's a little bit of trap in there, and I thought we did an okay job for it. It's a very
I feel like it fit its time.
Yeah.
When that style was in, you know.
Yeah, because it's not necessarily a traditional Jersey Club song.
Yeah.
It has a 3/4 kick, but we added our own flavor to it.
Yeah, with our own Woof Logik sound.
For number 2 for me is it's a real classic one. It's DJ Slink, Skrillex and Wale, Saint Laurent. It's a real simplistic one because DJ Slink, he's not he's one of the Jersey Club goats, but his Jersey Club songs are never like too over the top, but they do the job. They sound nice to the ears, and I really like that song a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then for me is probably like the best Jersey Club ever made is 4B and T's Whistle, because
if you want to show anyone a Jersey Club song, you show them that one.
Yeah,
that one's. I remember it was so big before it even came out.
Yeah,
that was like one of the few songs that are like that.
It was like an ID for the longest, and this was just he had it in the chamber, and then he finally released. It just was as big as when it got released.
Yep, even now it still slaps.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but all right, my top 5 for this week's Off the Web Jersey Club edition. We got number 5, Knock 2, Blind plus Desire, ISO XO remix.
Fire.
And then number 4, we got the homie Cool Jerk, Streets.
Love you, Ricky.
Love both those drops. Actually, you know what? I know the song came out a while ago, and I just heard it, and that shit's fucking fire, man.
He always has like the best drums in his songs.
Yeah.
I'm always jealous.
Yeah,
of him.
he's so good at drums.
I'm so mad.
Yeah, we might include it in this coming up set. We'll see. Maybe if you go, I'll for sure play it for you.
Yeah.
Number 3, we got Marshmello and DJ Slink. Back It Up.
Oh, that's a good one.
That was in Marshmello's album. That shit was so fucking fire. I think it was my favorite of the album. That shit slap.
DJ Slink, baby.
Yeah. Number 2, Yeah Me Too and Bilo Spit. I know it's like trap and Jersey, but the Jersey Club drop, I'll be sure to include it in the clip. That's just fucking gas, man. And I hate that I never play it in our sets. Like we never get to put in it. There's just so many songs out there, and this one's always like so close to being there. But because like I'm really trying to get that Jersey song drop in there, it's kind of hard the way they kind of made the song. But
yeah,
it's a good listen. Go check it out. Number 1, Kaku and Woof Logik, Eclipse. Now that's our debut Barong family release right there, man. It means a lot to us. It was for sure unexpected, but we made it on with it. So
Yeah, it was I'll always love that song. It's just it was fun making it. It was fun having it done with Kaku.
it's
Like
very nostalgic hearing the intro.
yeah,
I was like, damn, we did that.
I was really proud of making when we made that intro because remember like the beginning, one of our first intros to that song. It just
It
wasn't.
was like drum pattern, no?
Yeah, it was like some weird stuff, and they're like, "Nah, we probably do something better for this intro." And we came up with that, and I was like, "Okay, this is fire."
I remember when he came out to our Avalon show and we played it with him there and shit.
Yeah,
That shit was hype. Shout out Alien Boy. That was a set with him. And it was actually with Fight Club, man. Speaking of Fight Club, bro.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Because we're filming on Sunday, we can talk about it.
Yeah, because yeah, man. Mysterio, if you guys didn't know, the Fight Club, they were a duo. Now they have like a robot branding. But before that, it was pretty much Sav. He was just a normal, Colombian dude.
Yeah,
And then you have Mysterio, who's always wearing a mask. And that fool never took the mask off. Even at the airports, they would detain him or whatever, and they would just he was like, "Why aren't you taking out the mask?" And he just still was stuck to the brand.
Like, literally, I had a homegirl talk to me about it, and she's telling me like, yeah, like if they were like, if it wasn't them two, like, and people were like sleeping over, he would sleep on with the mask. He was so serious about that character.
That's just wild, man.
Yeah.
I don't know how he stuck through it for so long.
That's commitment, man.
Although I already told him in the comments of their post, I was like, "Hey, man, I seen that face slipping on the live stream show," and he was like, "Damn, I know a lot of people caught that." And he wasn't good all day, the rest of the day after that. But
he was
that's funny though. I mean, congrats. I mean, I know he feels really good about it now.
Yeah, I think it's fitting just because of where they want to take the Fight Club thing to. I think, it was probably the best thing for them to just leave that part of Mysterio with the old version of Fight Club.
Yeah. Yeah, well, hopefully they keep going.
Yeah, man.
I love where they come from. They're real humble dudes.
Because they ended up actually tagging freaking Mysterio's personal Instagram to that post.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, and then like I just scrolled through it and I'm like, that fool has a whole wife and kids and stuff and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, this kid is crazy. Like, but it makes sense. Like, why he probably wanted like the more, his face hidden, so that way he could be like real, like, just laid back when he's actually with his family and stuff.
Yeah, because that's kind of the good thing about being a masked artist. As long as you stay masked,
Yeah,
it's just like you get to go out in public and no one knows who you are. No.
yeah, bro. Remember that one time we saw AT Aliens at the Arizona show, and you knew it was them immediately. I'm like, bro, how did you know? Because they're another committed masked duo.
Yeah.
They never take their masks off, and you just knew automatically. Oh yeah, that's AT Aliens. Like, what the fuck? How did you know that?
I probably shouldn't have done it, but I went to them. I was like, "Are you guys AT Aliens?" They were like, but yeah.
I'm not gonna say how they look like, but you guys would not expect how they look like under the mask.
Yeah, pretty much, but that's interesting, man. The whole masked artist concept.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do that one day.
Maybe.
All right, my boy.
Okay. With that, we're gonna spin it off for the next one. We'll see if we can spin out some new. What are we landing on?
Freestyle again, just like Friday.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, I guess it's meant to be freestyle.
Freestyle it is.
We got another freestyle set for you guys, and that's actually a good one because when I was curating a little set list, I came across a bunch of old songs that, I don't really know what genre to put it in. It's electronic music, but you don't know like the genre, and that's kind of my favorite thing about the freestyle stuff is you get to like tap into those songs that probably aren't fitting anywhere else.
Yeah, or you get to hear just songs that we've been fucking with lately. That's not really necessarily EDM or anything.
Yeah, we'll do our best to incorporate as many as we can. It is hard going from genre to genre, BPM to BPM, but I love a challenge. And we'll see you. Well, we won't see you live because that's on pause for now, but we will give you guys this mix this week, and we'll see y'all next week.
Yes.
And thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, share these podcasts, share our clips. It really does help a lot, and we can't wait to give you guys more stuff. We'll see y'all next week. Deuces.